Hey guys, welcome back to Paranormal Talk. If you've ever watched any of my videos before, you should be well aware that not all of my content is suitable for all ages. This is your parental advisory, explicit content warning. Enjoy the video. Alright, so after a short walk, we are working up our way to building number 24, which is the infamous church that was used during the movie Shutter Island, which is what it's world famously synonymous for. Also, this facility was used for the filming of the X-Men, the New Mutants, which I don't believe has been released yet. And there was one other movie which I believe was a thriller or a horror movie it was filmed in.
And not only that, but we're also going to be asking about two specific names here, Brady and Ashton. Considering whenever we asked about that at the men's quiet ward, they said father to one of those names.
So
we're going to see which one was a father.
The church is a big facility, one of the biggest buildings on campus.
So that's the cafeteria.
We're going to fire up the Ghost Hunting Tools app and let's run some tests. All right, so we're here at the church. We sit this down right at this door.
Maybe you could ask if someone spirits reminding you here. Because you've been here before.
Well, we have enough room here. We can actually back up. We've got a nice echo. We don't have to be right on the phone. Maybe give them a little bit of space. They might feel more comfortable coming through.
Not music.
Is anybody here with us? My name is Megan. This is Danny. We use to communicate. All you have to do is walk over to that device that I have sat down on the ground. Use your energy and you can speak to us. Could you please come through and tell me, are you a member of the church? Are you a member of the clergy? Not really a lot of people talking, but you hear that in the background. It's actually a kind of weird echo when the acoustics are kind of strange.
Hi.
Wish.
Wish. Well, a wish could be.
Do you wish that you were a member of the church?
Or a wish could be combination of a prayer.
Maybe.
Whatever you're talking about, and you're like, oh God, please do this and this, and let that become as a wish.
Yeah, are you talking about a wish as a prayer? Trying to come through. Could you tell us what building we're at right now? Do you know what this building is?
Oh, it seems so.
Quarantine. How many patients would have been quarantined from one another? And so that's possible. Could be relevant if the patients were separated. That means they were quarantined from one another.
I'm gonna ask something. Is there anyone who goes by Brady or Ashton at this church? Thinking maybe a father?
You didn't quite pick that up, though, Danny was for exorcist.
That's technically a father.
Yeah, so exorcist. Wow. Okay, so we got the word exorcist at a church.
And if Ashton was a father, that would have made sense for him to be an exorcist as well.
It's true, and you know, sometimes, and I have heard stories of this in the past, where whenever a patient or a person suffers from epilepsy, the convulsions, some people think they're possessed. Because their eyes roll to the back of their head, and they start convulsing, sometimes they vomit.
Which is, well, that one's not.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's...
I'm just writing that down just in case. To get fast and bang, there you go.
And maybe the spirit was trying to say something else, and that's just the word that came through. Clouded. Is your memory clouded? Can you not remember much?
It would make sense.
I would like it if you would come forward and tell me your name. Could you please try to tell me your name?
Oh, their memory is clouded. Oh, there it is.
But the memory might be clouded as to the experiences that they had here, but it might not be clouded as to who they are. I mean, if you think about it, if you go through some kind of psychological trauma, your mind itself is going to try and block that trauma out. So that will make your memories clouded.
Here, but I just put in the status.
This is actually the back door. Why don't you just walk over to the side door or the front door?
Yeah, we're going to move to the front door.
I do think it's kind of strange that we got the word exorcist at a church.
Well, it would make sense.
Except for that huge pothole.
It might be weird, but it would make sense.
Oh, it would. Absolutely it would. Now, there's people coming this way.
This the front
This
door?
is the front door. Why don't we go on to the side door? Because there's people coming up this way. I just want to make sure our stuff's not contaminated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people coming this general direction. So we're going to go around to the side door. We'll come back to the front door.
Yeah, the front door might hold most of the most responses, but there are a lot of people coming through.
Say something. So I will say overall, like the testing process here with this Ghost Hunting Tools app has been impressive.
Very impressive.
I think I had it rated like number 4 on my top 5 apps list for the video I was doing, but I think I'm gonna have to go and change that number because this has gotten some really good responses. I tried the ghost tube here yesterday and got nothing. All right, so this is the side door to the church.
Oh, it's very dusty in here. And sandy.
Sitting down.
Look at that.
Oh, nice.
The dead spider. Dying. Yep, it just died.
Is anyone here with us? You can come over to this device that I just sat down and speak. I would like to know, what was life like here? Could you tell us, was it good, was it bad?
Or was it better if you were a member of the church? Which could have been possible.
I think most of the patients, besides the ones that were restrained, were actually physically forced to come to church. Because that's how strict the religious beliefs were back then when it comes to Catholics.
But I would think that if you were a father or a sister or a nun, that you would be treated a lot less.
Oh, you'll probably be treated a lot better, yeah, most definitely. But you gotta think, a lot of people back then, they didn't understand disease fully, and they thought that spiritual healing was going to be the best way to get rid of the quote-unquote demons that were living inside somebody that would cause the sickness. So now saying that made it click into my head. Physical sickness being demons, is therefore exorcising their illness. So that's, I think, where the exorcist comes in.
Yep. And it also matches with my father's question as well.
Yep. You come and tell us, are you a member of the church?
Or
Or are you a member of the congregation?
are you a father? Because if it's the father, then in order to directly compensate with them, you'll have to use their correct terms.
Well, I'm not religious, so I wouldn't know any kind of correct term, especially
Well-
not Catholic.
Well, if it's a father, and if this is indeed Ashton, You would have to say it by Father Ashton.
Yeah, I mean, I know some Catholic prayers, but
You know, not prayers or anything, just call him Father Ashton, and he might respond better, considering that was his name.
I mean, maybe,
the
but
congregation.
that's, yeah, we're speculating that's who Ashton actually was.
I'm only saying Ashton because the quiet word said that one of them was the father.
Yeah.
So it's either Father Brady or Father Ashton. And if someone said Ashton, they didn't know Brady, it would assume that he would be father.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like it's pretty dead over here. Once again, no pun intended.
I'm gonna say full pun intended.
Alright, we're gonna move on to a different part of the church.
No, it was funny how we just walked in here and a spider died.
I mean, maybe I was ugly and scared it to death. Oh, hello, puppy.
And you're probably too ugly for it.
Yeah, most likely, I would agree. How are you guys? Not bad.
Contract. You know, like someone, devil. Contract. For result.
Maybe. It could be multiple things. Contract could be just a random response, but it doesn't hurt to write it down.
Yeah. And considering we're at a church, a contract could be the same thing as soldier sold to the devil. You know, you signed a contract with him.
Or you signed a contract with...
God.
There you go.
It could be either. Church.
Lake. That's gonna be random. I don't think there's a lake around here anywhere. If there is, I don't know about it. I know there's a river. That's really high. Object again. This is the second time we've gotten an object.
Well, object could be referring to the Bible.
Sit this right at the main door.
Because depending on what year they're from, would they call it the Bible?
Yeah, it's always been called the Bible.
It depends. Are we talking about the New Testament, Old Testament?
Well, we're not sure. I mean, it might not even be that. It could just be some kind of
Holy
object.
relic.
Yeah, a relic of some kind.
I hope you don't mind if I sit down right here. Nope, I'm blocking stuff. Sorry. Let me move over here. I apologize.
I'll bring this more towards the center of the door. Sometimes it seems to make a difference.
Oh, that does make a difference. Move it up.
Well, for a second.
Yeah.
Anyone here with us, you can come and use the device to speak. Just walk over to it, project your energy at it. We'd love to talk to you. I'm Nathan, this is Danny. You need no heart. You just want to talk.
It's turned towards the door. You might get better response. Up and down, up and down.
And it's pretty steady, consistent as far as what we're getting for reading.
Maybe in a congregation.
I mean, maybe I'm just going up a little bit now, but... Are you a member of the church? Are you the father? Are you the priest? Are you a friar?
Well, look, there's this.
Well, I know that, but sometimes they're called it.
Yeah, but if they call him father and there, it's like me, father. Too.
Right. Good point.
If we are speaking with the father, we would have to ask you what your name is.
That was a good response there. It looked like you knew it. But again, these church doors, They're a lot thicker than the other doors we've been testing out.
I have a good question that I've also considered most of the places.
Ask it.
If you are, as you say, a father or a sister or a member of the congregation, how come you're stuck here on earth in between the spirit world and the living world if you are in fact a child of God and you have, turned to Him rather than out of heaven?
Good question.
Especially for a father, I would think he'd be one of the first to go up there. So.
I mean, something's trying to come through. It just doesn't seem to be able to get out of the energy to do it.
This door.
That's exactly what I think. I think the doors is too thick. No, it's not really too thick because we already had one response, but we weren't near the door without that response either. I mean, so...
I think we got some good responses, actually.
Oh, we've absolutely got some good responses.
I think that this is...
Yeah, go.
Thank you for more people. I think we should end here.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Thank you for your time, and have a great rest of your afterlife.
Hello, puppy.
Rest in peace.
Looks like something was trying to come through there, but...
Dude, that just cracked my bone.
Disgusting. Well, it went away. So, alright guys, we're going to end our testing of Medfield State Hospital here at the church.
And who knows, maybe we'll do another one soon, maybe with more of the other buildings.
And maybe more of the apps. I mean, we did try a few different ones. The necrophonic seemed to give us some good responses.
Yeah, we just have to go re-listen to it and figure out all that
But
stuff.
this is definitely going to be a multi-part video.
Oh, definitely.
So, probably 3, maybe 4 parts, but it's going to be well worth the watch with the responses that we've gotten. I think it'll give you a new respect for this particular application.
Yeah, because it's very, good. And considering everything is at least somewhat corresponding, I would think that it's, going to be really highly respected after this.
Absolutely.
I think this should be bumped up at least to 2 on your list.
Oh, it probably will be. It'd be 2 or 3 for sure, I think. I mean, considering the responses that we got, I think the eye ovilus is my number 1.
There's another door.
I mean, okay, we can run a quick test of that door too. Why not?
We got time.
If you already left the video, I'm sorry, but you're gonna miss out on this one. We're going through another doorway.
Yep. We know we told you we were leaving, but we decided
Try the
not
windowsill.
to.
Test it up a little bit higher.
Yeah. We decided to come back for one final little test at this door.
Is anybody here with us that's a member of the church, or if you're not a member of the church? Come forward. Use your energy at this device.
Even if you're just wandering around aimlessly.
Speak to us. Come forward and tell us what your name is. I'm Nathan, this is Danny. We're not here to hurt you. We just want to communicate.
We come here in peace. And we're not here to, bash your religion.
Unless that elicits a response, in which case I might.
I don't think so. I don't think you want to get on their bad side.
Well,
Especially if some of them are actually clinically insane.
I don't provoke in houses and residentials, but if I'm at an area like this,
So what if they remember you?
all the better for me. They'll be expecting me next time.
Do it!
Do you believe with everything that has happened at this location, considering the atrocities, that your so-called God that you're in this church worshiping would put any normal human being through that? Is that passionate?
Would you believe that there is a God after this?
No, it's not going to respond, I don't think. I don't think it knows how to answer the question.
Do you still believe there is a God after everything that has happened here?
I mean no disrespect to my questioning. I'm just literally trying to figure out the answers, because I'm trying to figure out how, if you say that a God is compassionate and understands all, why would someone have to go through like what they went through at this location? Wings. Angels have wings.
Instead of devils.
True. Pretty obvious.
Okay.
Hello. Hello. Oh, I missed that one. So it's a Kim Good.
Does it could be your last name or could not?
No, I wouldn't think so. I would think that's just telling us a random Kim is good.
Who's Kim? Would you believe that if your God was passionate and merciful, that they would that he or she would have mercy on the doctors and nurses and superintendents who committed atrocities to you all here at this hospital? Would you believe that?
Yeah. Let's get to this one after the spike if we don't get an answer. And leave it be. Alright. Alright then, we're gonna leave.
Thank you for your time.
Probably had no one come to talk to you for a long time, so I know it's a little awkward. So we appreciate you responding. And I meant no disrespect at your religion by asking my line of questioning. I'm
And neither did I.
just trying to figure out how such a beautiful church and a you call a merciful God would allow such atrocities to happen in such an established location.
I wouldn't want to believe it.
But we meant no disrespect to you or your religion. Strength.
Strength. God gives them strength.
So God gave you the strength to push through. You know what? We can end it on that. I respect that.
Yeah.
So thank you for communicating. And you're not allowed to follow us home. May you rest in peace.
Maybe. Thank you for your time.
Alright guys, so that's going to conclude mine and Danny's testing of some apps. As you saw, there's multiple apps. We typically stuck to the Ghost Hunting Tools app because it worked very well here. But that is going to conclude our testing here at Medfield State Hospital in Medfield, Massachusetts. So much history at this location. We got some good responses. We got some names. So I could take those names and try and correlate them back through historical documents and see if I can figure out who these people were, whether they were doctors, whether they were patients who passed away here, whether or not they were superintendents, or where they may have fallen in the hierarchy
And
of
the fact that we got
this location.
And the fact we got multiples of some of the same names could help us correspond better, especially one full name.
It was really weird though, I will say that's a good point, that we got the same name on a few different names through multiple applications.
Ashton, Jordan, and Seth.
So it's not like it was one application repeating
Random.
the same name at random. It was two applications, and I think actually on Seth we
Three.
got three different applications that name came through. So that tells me that there definitely is a spiritual entity here named Seth.
And definitely a spiritual entity named Ashton.
So the
And
deal.
maybe one named Jordan.
So the deal with this test, guys, is it wasn't for me to come back and give you a final conclusion on this video. The deal with this test was I just wanted to run a test with some applications outside of the normal setting that I would normally run them in, just to see how it differs, like how the responses come through, if whether or not they're better, whether or not they're worse. And I can definitely say that I feel this place has a lot more spiritual energy than our house. So, I mean, definitely our house
And
is...
not only that, we may add on to this after we listen to those necrophonic recordings, since we weren't able to hear them very well.
Oh, absolutely. And I will say that I know my house is haunted, but this is a massive location with a lot of tragedy, a lot more tragedy than what my house has ever seen.
It's very tragic, and understandable that it's still haunted.
So hopefully one of these days I'll be able to come back and investigate this place at night. We'll see though.
Ooh,
But
I'd like to come with.
But we may go back, and I'm probably going to do an evidence review on this for the necrophonic. And if I do the necrophonic evidence review, what I'll probably do is I'll do some research and I'll add in anything that I found upon the names that we've gotten through the app test. So guys, that's it for this particular app test here on location at Medfield State Hospital in Medfield, Massachusetts.
We thank you for watching.
Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't, like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you always want to see more. And of course, sharing is caring. Share the video if you found it informative. Hey, that's my catchphrase. Don't you laugh at me.
I will laugh at you.
All right, guys. I'll see y'all next app test.